I'm your host, Madrina, and welcome to Rolling with Madrina. I'm a community service organizer, motivational speaker, and an advocate for the people. I am living proof that your struggle can be your story and your trauma can be your triumph. I've dedicated my life to giving back, and I want you to roll with me while I speak with those in our community who are doing what they do best. Now watch and listen for what you can do to join their cause. Aloha and thank you for watching Rolling with Madrina. I'm your host, Madrina Ciano, here in Blab TV in downtown Pensacola. If you have a worthy project or something that you're involved in our community, specifically nonprofits, or just helping our community be a better place, I want to hear from you. Please contact Blab or message me on Rolling with Madrina on Facebook, and I would love to have you on the show. Just like my guest today, I've got two very special sisters. One of them has been on here before. You may know about her project, but we're going to have them back to tell you more about it. Who are we talking about? We're talking about the Forever Des Dream Team. Yeah. Right here. Look at that. Caitlin, there you are. Yeah. Right there on TV. I'm giving her a hard time because this is her TV debut. Well, it is for Rolling with Madrina. Have you been on TV before?
Not really,
okay.
No.
So this is her TV debut, along with her mother, Taxi Lambert. Many of you know her. She recently, in January, received a Living the Dream award, a very prestigious award for this project here and Living the Dream, which means giving back and giving a hand up to people. So she was honored with that. Congratulations,
Thank you
sis.
so much.
Very prestigious. I was also a recipient, and I say that only because I love that award.
Yeah.
I love the little Martin Luther King bus, the whole thing. So thank you to Lumen May, Sue Strawn. I don't know if Quint Stute or who was all on the voting board there, but congratulations to Taxi, who is the founder of Forever Des, and she was most deserving of that award. And so I just wanted to point that out to you.
Thank you, Madrina. I appreciate the opportunity again. You're such a huge supporter and voice for the Pensacola area, and we just can't thank you enough.
I did not even pay her to say that.
No, she didn't.
Thank you, sis.
Well
I
deserving.
love her very much. Many people in the community will know her because she was the right-hand woman to Fred Levin for how many decades?
Well, a lot.
A long time.
Yeah.
And now she is the right-hand woman to Troy Rafferty.
Yeah, I am, yes.
So you may know her from the firm here that everyone is aware of. But we're here to talk about Forever Des. Yes. Who's Des?
Des, short for Desiree. She is a daughter who I lost through an act of domestic violence 23 years ago. During that time, I have remarried, and I've given birth to this beautiful child sitting to my left.
Beautiful.
So yeah, and she knows Desiree through the story and our journey together. For many years, going out to the cemetery, she knew her as sister. And finally, when she got the, the concept of, what a cemetery was, she finally asked, does sister have a name? And that's where our journey began, with me telling the story about my life before Caitlin.
And Caitlin, give everyone your full name and where you go to school.
My name's Caitlin Lambert. I go to school at EDS.
And I've seen you in some of the promotions and stuff for Forever Des. Are you what they consider an ambassador for Forever Des?
Yes.
Very cool. And do we have ambassadors in other schools?
Yeah, our ambassadors go from everywhere, all different high schools in Escambia County and Santa Rosa.
And what is the task of an ambassador?
An ambassador helps support our mission, and they help us out at trunk shows, and
Very cool. How do you become an ambassador?
Yeah, so it's a word of mouth. It is emailing the organization and saying, hey, we want to help spread your mission, because we are now living in a society where everyone is deserving to be included. And I believe this generation of students are finally at that pinnacle of wanting to share that with everyone, and
Yeah.
for them to know that there's an opportunity for free formal wear.
Yeah.
And that's, we use our ambassadors to make sure that our dresses are on trend.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I do want to say. We got excited and we talked about Des and went right into Caitlin and then to the ambassador. But Forever Des is a local 501c3 formed here in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And Taxi's gone out big and bold with it, and it's really picking up a lot of traction. And I know the crew of SWAT has done some dress drives, and recently Gatsby Girls has done some great support for them. So what is Forever Des?
Yeah, so Forever Des, our mission is basically promoting resources and opportunities to empower these students to get to formal events that otherwise they wouldn't have the opportunity to go.
Yeah.
Our lead project is Project Formal. Another movement we have in the area is Project Period, and it's basically offering feminine products. We move them into the school, and it is actually when we deliver those feminine products, we also advertise about our trunk shows and our dresses. So that way we're getting that information early on into the schools. And whether people realize this or not, I didn't know it until I really started because I'm an individual that can easily go out and get some feminine products, but our food stamp systems still to this date does not cover those luxury items when it comes to feminine products.
Yeah, and I actually was going to say that while I was listening to you, Taxi, that we take so much for granted, in our walk of life. And then there are girls that can't afford a dress to go to the dance, which going to a dance or a prom just is like a rite of passage.
It is.
And I remember, and I think back to my daughter and taking her dress shopping in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And there are girls that are just struggling to get a low cost dress.
Yes.
And pay for the cost of the dance, let alone flowers, boutonniere, dinner, limo. You see so many children engaging in, and you never stop to think that there's a whole population of girls that can't afford that.
Yes, right.
And that they may not go to a dance in their whole school career, which those are some of your best memories of prom. I mean, you just can't, the whole time you're in high school, Caitlin, you can't wait to get out of high school. When you get out of high school, all you talk about is what you did in high school. And it's just so funny. I remember when I was in high school and I went to prom, it's just such a weird little thing. But to think that some children will not go to prom because they don't have the dress and they know that their parents don't have the money. What made you think to have this ministry?
So I'll be honest, and I've been honest up front since the get-go. That's just who I am, and I'm letting God lead this. I'm a godly person, and God has this and is directing this ship here. So Caitlin was actually looking for a dress for a recital for voice. She loves to sing, and it's just your typical recital. And we went shopping, and I was sticker shocked. And I can remember whispering her in her ear, and I was like, honey, if you were attending the CMA Awards, I would get this dress for you. But we are literally just at a small recital through a program that we did over the year.
And wearing the dress for like an hour?
Yes. I said, but I will guarantee you I'll find you a dress. Don't you worry. And that's when I started going to the thrift stores. I also had learned about this mom group that had got together about getting some dresses together for some high school seniors. Got a hold of that mom group, made a small donation towards the dresses that she found. And I said, thank you so much. And that's when the mom says, I'm not moving forward with the project. Would you take it? And because I have been on this healing journey with losing my daughter to an act of domestic violence, it was almost like God spoke to me at that moment and said, you need to take this project, and because of what we just went through. And it's not that I couldn't have afforded, I realistically thought, this is just a recital, but I want my child to feel empowered. So I went home and I talked with her and I talked to my husband, and they know how crazy I get. Caitlin can testify. I'm up, I'm burning the candles at both ends. I'm working during the day, and at nighttime I am on this nonprofit. I've got that emotional connection.
No, you don't start a nonprofit because you want to work less and make tons of money.
Yeah.
You're going to work harder and longer than you ever had for
Yeah.
little to no compensation. And so it's truly a passion of yours.
And I'll tell you something, Madrina, this past 15 months, I have really focused on partnering with the businesses, partnering with the vetted organizations, and I am just now getting some feedback from the parents of the recipients I've dressed, and they've just shared with me what a blessing this is for them, empowering their children. The moms know what their households are going through. So it's been rewarding. I know that this is a good thing for our area. Like I've said before, these things happen in bigger cities, and there's no reason with 40,000 high school students over our four counties, there can't be something like this also.
Yeah. And so then you took over that existing sort of business model, but now you've blown it up.
I
girl.
have blown it up. It was literally a group of women getting together out of the kindness of their heart. But I
collecting
knew,
and repurposing the dresses.
I did. And, you know, I've worked for a law firm that I have seen give back all these years. I've had some major mentors, influencers, and they've allowed me to, you know, have the knowledge to start this. And I did. I've been full force.
You've done it.
To a point where it may be too much, you know, or may have been too much. Like, I hope Caitlin doesn't feel like she's, you know, being left out or, you know.
You're right there in it. You're part of it. You're in the ditches.
She is. Yeah.
Don't you think your sister would be proud?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. She never had the opportunity to meet Des, but through pictures, home videos, having this legacy in her, and it was very important for me to do the Forever Des. We did that at her funeral. So, because Des would be 36, 37 years old. So to see the community reach out to me and say, I went to school with her. I recognize this name. You're doing great things. I'm so glad to see that you have remarried and you've had another child. And so
they may remember the story then, and that is really cool.
Yeah. So it's an empowering thing, and I'm teaching her a lot. I'm teaching these high schoolers a lot. I let them know from the beginning that your life can be good one day, but tomorrow it may be different.
That's right. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Do you want to create but don't know where to start? Our new fabric line will inspire you. If you can dream it, we can help you make it. From using kits that include everything you would need, to taking classes to create something more personalized, Daryl's is the place for you. No matter if you're just beginning or experienced, Daryl's has you covered. Find us at 6705 North Davis Highway, open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays.
I am blind, but I need not see. I know this road is there for me.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Hi, I'm Madrina. Be a mover and shaker in our community by helping others overcome problems ranging from health to substance abuse, from personal safety to neighborhood issues, from taking care of your kids to taking care of your parents. Come on our show and tell people how you did it. Be a community hero and watch Rolling with Madrina, Thursday nights at 8:30, only on Blab TV.
What do an aerospace engineer, cancer immunologist, and bat scientist all have in common? We all have cool jobs in STEM fields. Whether it's building robots or learning to code, girls everywhere are finding their passion for science, technology, engineering, and math through positive role models and mentors. So dare to dive in, get connected, and explore. You never know what your future may hold. Learn more about these and even more cool jobs at shecanstem.com.
Welcome back to Rolling with Madrina. I had to kiss the glasses goodbye. I'm a crying mess over here. I shouldn't even be crying yet, but everyone knows I'm a crybaby. And then I touched my glasses with the dirty tissue, and there they went. So anyway, sis, super cool. Forever Des.
Yes.
Honoring your daughter.
Yes.
Your sister. You took over a small little, I call it a dress ministry, and now you've blown it up.
Yes.
Now you've got ambassadors in several different schools. Is there room for more ambassadors? Are you looking for more ambassadors?
Yeah. Yeah. We're always ready to get more.
Yeah, and the whole point, what Caitlin was saying, the whole point in the ambassadors is to support the mission by spreading the word in the school that they're in, by sharing about the dress ministry, as I'll call it, because not only do you have your trunk shows, which we'll get into, but you also support another organization on their Night to Shine.
We do.
Tell us
yes.
about that.
So that's part of our dress cycle. When I was learning about my community, I was learning about all the organizations that dress in formal wear. And Night to Shine was one of them.
And tell everyone what Night to Shine is.
Night to Shine it's a Tim Tebow Foundation. Every Friday before every year annually, excuse me, before the weekend, before Thanksgiving, before Valentine's Day. I'm so sorry. For Valentine's Day, they have a Night to Shine, and it is community driven through churches. It's a church-based program, and they serve people with disabilities, age 14 beyond. So it's our dress cycle will make sure that they're dressed appropriately as well. We had an opportunity to actually go and attend Night to Shine. We were the flower
Super
booth.
Cool. Caitlin, you went too?
No,
Did you
I
go?
couldn't go.
Okay,
Yeah.
you did.
Yes. So it is open. It's open to, and I want to get my ambassadors more involved with that, because that is really a touching night to see those individuals really shine, especially in their beautiful dresses. And I am able to see the end product. You know, when people come and try dresses on, they're not in full makeup and hair. They are, so it's that final look was the Night to Shine. We were there. We actually participated at Woodbine Church and Pace this year. Last year we did Gulf Breeze. So next year I'm going to be telling my board and my team that, hey, we're going to conquer and divide. We should be at both of these locations supporting this ministry. So
now, did they have a dress sponsor before on any of those?
So the dress drives in Gulf Breeze, they handle their own. Jana Watson is their president over there. She does a phenomenal job. Our kids went to school together. We connected once she knew I was doing the dresses for the high school students, and I want to make sure that everybody's covered, and I don't want to be the dress hog.
Yeah.
You know, I just know that when someone is donating their dress is moving through our cycle, and it's going to benefit an individual.
Yeah. So tell us about the cycle, because, you know, we've got, I don't know if you do homecoming, and then there's prom, and you have trunk shows. So how does it work, sis?
Okay. So our dress cycle consists of intaking new and like new dresses. Our new dresses.
New and like new, ladies.
Yes.
Don't clean out something in the back of
And
your
we're
closet.
slowly getting through that in our
from
community.
19 Forgotten that smells like mothballs that nobody wants to wear, and you just want to clean out your closet with utmost respect. These are dresses that we want girls to feel empowered, confident, and beautiful in.
Yes. So because of the amount of dresses we were getting in through intake, I did immediately knew that I was going to have to create this dress cycle. I just wanted to make sure that everyone that needed formal wear was taken care of. Yeah. So we get new dresses, and our new dresses consist of businesses, retail stores clearing out their inventory to make new for their new inventory. And they call me up. Nixon's is one of them. Dillard's is a huge sponsor, and Twilight Prom and Pageant. So any of these formal wears, formal retail stores, they just give me a call, send me a text saying, hey, we've got some dresses for you to pick up.
Those names that she just mentioned, those are also stores you want to support.
Yes.
You want to support local stores that are supporting local charities and local causes.
Yes.
So thank you for mentioning them.
Yes, totally agree. So a lot of our inventory is new. And then our light new dresses come in through our drop-off locations, which we have a whole list of them on our website. If you're following us on social media.
Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook.
Instagram?
We're on Instagram.
You're on the gram?
I'm on the gram. I would love one of my ambassadors to take over our TikTok. Just to have fun with it, because our ambassadors are coming, they're trying these dresses on, they're selecting their dresses, and they keep us on trend. They're the ones that are saying these need to move to Night to Shine, these need to move to the middle schools.
Okay. So is it just girls?
So we do girls and guys. We have dressed men who want to come and get a dress. We're very open to that. We want to love on everybody.
Okay.
If someone wants a tuxedo, girl, boy, we're putting them in a tuxedo.
So you have tuxedos as well?
Yes.
Okay.
That's an expense for our nonprofit, so any funding that's coming in helps us with those expenses. The foundation, the organization pays for the rental. I let the parent and the child know, the student know that, you take on the responsibility for signing the contract, getting the measurements, taking it back, and then we just take care of the expenses.
Okay. So then the trunk show, tell them about the trunk show, sis. It's not like, here, come look in this dingy little clothing rack in this dark room. You really try to set up like a full boutique shopping experience for them.
We do. That's very important to us. Branding is very important to us. We want to make sure that when anyone's coming through our trunk show, they feel empowered. They actually have an ultimate experience. We have backdrops, we have jewelry, we have shoes.
You do?
We do.
And are people donating all of that, sis?
Yes. The community, along with the retail businesses, have been a humongous support with this idea. And it's our fulfillment to make sure that these students that are coming through these trunk shows feel empowered, and ultimately that they look like their peers. We're excited. We keep building out our trunk show. Our ambassadors, Caitlin personally has come and looked at the jewelry. We always get excited. She can probably tell you the condition of my car right now.
Oh my gosh.
It's loaded full of stuff and dresses. You know, guys, if you've ever worked in the nonprofit world, it's hard work for little to no compensation, but truly great reward with your spirit and reward from above. But you do have to live and breathe it.
Yes.
You have to live and breathe it, and I know it's in your car. I know you're on your computer late at night, early in the morning. You're giving speeches. You're doing trunk shows. You're working your day job. I mean, it's a lot that you're doing.
It is. We want to make sure that our dresses are on trend, that they're clean. If there needs to be some repair, I'm up at night. I've got a team of seamstresses who are, sewing on sequins.
Are you sewing the dresses too, Taxi?
Not yet.
Oh, thank God. I mean, like, get
I
something.
do have a team. Yeah, I do have a team for that.
What does Forever Des as a whole need? What can the community rally behind you with? What is it? Just in a perfect world, if you could have everything, what would it be?
In a perfect world, what would ultimately financial dollars would be, a vehicle. Those are all grants that I hope to eventually apply for.
What kind of vehicle?
A van that would hang my dress from top to bottom. Those dresses are very heavy. A van
with a garment rack,
garment rack,
new tires, some insurance, maybe some gas cards. We're giving it to y'all, guys. To say it all. You need seamstress.
We need seamstresses. We would love one day to have our own retail front, so that way a student can come anytime, needing anything outside of, prom or homecoming.
Wouldn't that be so cool, sis?
It's all in God's time.
It's
and
going to happen.
It is going to happen, and we're excited about that.
So seamstresses, because they do want gently used or new dresses and garments, but even then, a small tear, a little rip, a button miss, it could happen. And so Taxi doesn't just like, hey, as is, here's a little half kind of dress. She goes, she gets it cleaned, she gets it, repaired, whatever it needs to be. Speaking of cleaners,
I would love to partner with a cleaner. That would be the ultimate. Right now, I'm kind of Right
it's
now,
an expense.
It is an expense. Yes, it's an expense and it's time, and I will not turn away
if
a
you're
dress.
watching and you own a dry cleaning, or you have the money to pay dry cleaning bills, Taxi needs both of those things.
Yes, every child, every student is deserving to have a clean dress on. We do ask when the dress comes in through donation that it be cleaned. But we all know that you think it's clean because you only wore it for a couple of hours, but there's a drink spill on it and so forth like that. But we will not turn a dress away. We will just deal with that. We will intake the dress and we'll work on, it goes to another rack. We have this little system in our closet.
Well, and look at how that's evolved.
Yes.
I mean, you haven't even been around that long, but I know from the beginning it was like, we'll just take everything, anything and everything that we can get, and we'll just figure it out from there. Now you're like, okay, these are for middle school, this is for this is for that, and you guys have a system now.
We do, yeah.
Look at how impactful you're doing. What would you say to high school girls who need a dress and can't afford it?
I would say that you should come to Project Formal.
And all kind of dresses?
Yes, we have
modern
all
dresses, current dresses, popular dresses, happening hot dresses?
Yes, we have all kinds of styles.
Stuff you would wear?
Yes.
She has worn them.
Yes.
She's modeled them.
We have videos on our TikTok.
So you want all the high school girls to come out. Do not let finances, we're inside of a minute, sis. You close us out.
Yes.
Less than a minute.
Yeah, please visit projectformal.com if you need to get your student, your child to a formal wear. Projectformal.com will definitely take care and empower your student through the experience.
And like Taxi said, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram. Gently used, brand new, need seamstresses, we need dry cleaners, we need funds to cover all of that. Miracle van with a hanging garment rack,
That would be the ultimate.
a storefront. We're just going to go ahead and wish for it all. We're just going to go the full Forever Des Nation right here in Pensacola, Florida. So reach out, find Taxi and Caitlin on Forever Des on Facebook and Instagram. And hey, one of you ambassadors, can you pick up the TikTok? She wants that too. Thank you for watching Rolling with Madrina. Aloha.